Hello everyone. In this game we will analyze one of my classical games played on lichess.org, and the time control was 30 plus 30, so it's kinda longer and deeper quality chess, I hope. And I was white against my opponent Conducator 0, who is rated 2057, and let's see the game. And I here played, by the way, my rating that time was 1955, and I played d4, d5, and knight f3. And here my opponent played c6, which I have not seen that much, and I played c4 and e6. Here I played knight c3, but black has an option, I think, taking on c4, and after maybe e3 play b5. And if they play a5, a4 I mean, then maybe bishop b7, and then if takes, no, maybe a6, if takes, no, because knight takes, then a4, what about b4, knight e4, and white is better. That's why capturing is, playing b4 is not that great. Maybe knight f6, bishop takes, b4. And yeah, this kind of structure could have been cured, but my opponent didn't took on c4. They played after knight c3, they played f5, which I thought, I think, isn't it a stone wall? I don't know. My opening knowledge is not that great. f5, and here I played bishop g5, which is not that accurate, I think, because knight f6 and this bishop is doing just not that much, I think. Maybe I should have played bishop f4. But knight f6, e3, knight bd7, maybe bishop here, then they will just capture, and maybe knight b6. Yeah. But I played, no, they played f5 and bishop g5, knight f6, and here I think I played e3, no, I captured on f6, trying to weaken the e5 square, I guess. My thought was that. And after queen takes f6, I played e3, yes, and bishop d6, and bishop d3, and knight bd7, and knight d7 and queen d2, preparing if f4 ever plays, maybe strengthening the and I'm not sure about my move queen d2 accurate or not. Maybe queen c2 was more accurate, but I'm not sure which one really. And queen d2 I played, and here my opponent played castled and I castled. Here they played queen h6, yeah, and I played h3 and knight f6, yeah, knight e5 I played, and knight e4 they played, and I took with the knight takes e4, f takes e4, bishop e2, and after that my opponent took on e5 and d takes e5, and queen g5 and queen d4, and b6, trying to develop their bishop. And here I played the b6 rook a c1. Maybe I hope the c file will open. And bishop b7, and rook c2 I played, kinda defending my second rank, and trying to double up maybe on the c file. Here my pawn played c5, and I played queen c3, keep defending my e5 pawn, and rook a d8, and rook d1. If ever pushes, just defending the d4 square. And here my pawn played h5, which I'm not sure. And I made another not sure move, played b4, I think. And after b4, they played d4. But they could have just taken here. Take on b4. And if I take, they'll just take my e pawn. Then I think black's position is fine, super fine, I mean. Almost maybe it's better for black. And here I made a blunder mistake. Actually, it's a blunder, I think, since this central pawn is very influential, and this d6 and f6 squares are under control. And after b6, luckily my opponent played d4, so I just capture, and they capture, and I capture with my rook. Here my opponent played e3, which was a bit early, I thought. Yes, they are unleashing their bishop and threatening checkmate. But I have just one simple move, bishop f1, defending the g2 square, also defending my f2 square, and because of that move my opponent just took with the pawn, and I took with the rook, and here they could have taken, but I take there with check, and queen takes, and here. And I think the position is white is the better side, because pawn up, and they didn't take on f2, but rather they played rook e8, which was a little passive. And here I played just c5, and b takes c5, and queen takes c5, and I'm threatening to take on a7. No, actually here I'm sorry. After d4, e takes d4, c takes d4, rook takes d4, and e3, and bishop f1, and e takes f2, and rook takes f2, and rook d8, and rook d2. I'm sorry, because c5 is just queen takes e4, e5, and I played rook d2, and here my opponent played rook takes f2, and I capture with my rook, and rook d8 they played, getting the open file, and I played just c5, b takes c5, and queen takes c5, attacking the a7 pawn, and queen takes bishop d5 here they played, and it's cutting the queen from defending the e5 pawn, so I just took on a7, queen takes e4, and I here have a f7 check, king h8, and here played bishop d3, and my pawn checks on e1, and king here, h2, queen e5 check, and g3, and there is no more check, and white is threatening mate. Let's say like they make an passive move, like no, white is just threatening f8, and rook takes is mate, because the h7 square is protected with my bishop. So bishop there, and there, queen there, and queen takes check, and here queen check again, here, and queen f4. They have to take, otherwise I'm threatening h4, forking the rook and king, and my opponent blundered. I played here, check, and here my opponent resigned. So thank you for attention, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.